Hi guys, and welcome to another hard drive review. Today I've got the Lacie 2Big Quadra 4TB RAID USB 3 drive. This drive has a USB 3 interface for transfer rates up to 5 gigabits per second, and it also has two FireWire 800 ports for use with older Macs. Over USB 3, Lacie says you can expect transfer rates of up to 210 megabytes per second, with 90 megabytes per second over FireWire 800 and 35 megabytes over USB 2. The unit has two hard drives which are 7200 RPM with a minimum 32 megabyte cache, and it comes pre-configured as RAID 0 or striped RAID for the best capacity and speed, though it can be set up as RAID 1 if you need the extra security that mirrored RAID offers. The drive has an aluminium enclosure which acts as a heat sink, reducing the need for active cooling and allows the drive to operate more quietly. It's compatible with Windows XP or higher and Mac OS X 10.5 or later. In the box you get the drive itself, a desk stand, USB 3 cable, FireWire cable, power supply and a quick install guide. This is the drive itself. It has a full aluminium enclosure with a big blue power and access light on the front, and there are ridges on the sides of the drive which are supposed to act as a heat sink and assist with cooling. On the bottom of the drive is a desk stand which has four rubber feet and can be removed using the Allen key which Lacie provides. On the back of the drive at the top we have vents for the cooling fan. Below that are recessed buttons to select the RAID mode, either fast for RAID 0 or striped RAID, or safe for RAID 1 or mirrored RAID. Then there's the power switch, and below that the USB 3 port, and then the two FireWire ports, the power socket, and finally a Kensington lock slot. Removing the drives is very easy. You can just use a coin or another flat object to turn the lock to the open position and then slide the drive out. The drive units used are Seagate Barracuda ST2000 DM001 2TB drives, which are 7200 RPM SATA 3 drives with a 64 megabyte cache. They are decent drives, but they are a couple of years old now, but there's nothing to stop you from upgrading the drives at a later date. To replace the drives, it's just the same thing in reverse. You just slide the drive back into place and then close the lock. Once the drive was connected to the Mac and switched on, it took a few seconds for the drive to appear in the Finder. The noise from the fan isn't very loud, but it's definitely audible, especially in a quiet room, so if you're recording any audio it would be best to locate the drive some distance from the microphone. Looking in disk utility, we can see that the drive comes configured as RAID 0 and it's pre-formatted as Mac OS Extended, so if you want to use the drive on a Windows machine it would have to be reformatted. I ran a couple of speed tests, the first in Blackmagic disk speed test where the drive managed an average of 235 megabytes per second write and 237 megabytes per second read. And the second in AJA system test where the drive scored 233 megabytes per second write and 241 megabytes per second read. So this is higher than Lacie's claim of 210 megabytes per second and puts the drive on a par with other USB 3 RAID drives such as the Buffalo Drive Station, which I reviewed in a previous video, although it's only about 60% of the speed of the Thunderbolt version of the Lacie 2Big, which I also reviewed earlier this year. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.